Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make an altered like storage box, keepsake box. I recently posted a picture on my Instagram and showed you guys this one that I have. And so this one's a little bit small for what I'm using it for. And what I'm using it for is to store some I've recently gotten to the kick of making little tiny envelopes. And so I wanted to store them in something so I'd have them readily available. But that one's a little small. And as you can see, this one is slightly bigger. So I'm going to use this one, and then I might give that one away or use it for something else. So I'm going to show you guys how to make it. And it's really simple, and you could leave it as is if you wanted. As you guys can see, I have two different boxes here. I'm going to try my hand at this one as well, even though it's like kind of an oddball shape. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to take the lid off. And sometimes they have like that little salt pack in there, and sometimes they don't. You're going to figure out which one you want, how you want this to face, because however you want this to face, that you're going to want to cut the back of it. Okay, so this particular thing, I don't think it really matters, but some of them it does. Like this one, you don't want to cut it this way and have it flip open this way, because then your butterflies will be upside down. So you don't really want to do that. So I am just going to move these boxes out the way so I have some room. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to cut the corners right here. And you're going to want some nice strong scissors or sharp scissors because you're cutting through chipboard. The next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut a notch out of both the side panel and the back panel. And see what I mean by that? It's just slightly angled in. And you're going to do that with both sides. And this is probably the simplest little trick or DIY or whatever, what have you, that I have done thus far. And I have no idea if this is out there somewhere on the Facebook, the Gram, the Pinterest boards, the tubes. I have no idea, honestly. I got these boxes, and then I was like, well, I don't particularly like the fact that the lid is two separate pieces, and maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just anal about it. I don't know, but I didn't like it, so I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna fix it. So I did. So the next thing that you're gonna want to do is you're gonna put your lid back on the box and make sure that everything is copacetic. Okay, and if your box has a definitive front, make sure that that is not where you glue. You put your flap on the back. The next thing you're going to want to do is pick glue of your choice. I am just going to go with some hot glue because it's on, and my glue stick is poking out. And you're going to be pretty liberal with this, especially depending on how much you plan on using it. And you're just going to put it straight on the back and close your lid. Okay, and then you're going to push down and hope that it doesn't burn you. Dude, me and my glue gun, we don't get along at all. I still have like burn residue, pardon the paint, but that is from a scar or a blister that I had last week from when I burned myself. Like, seriously, I have no idea how my fingers are not all scarred up. And that's just, I don't know, I did something in my hand. I got ink everywhere. So now that's it. You're completely finished. Now, if you want to continue on and, you know, make this a little bit prettier or, you know, decorate it some more, this is kind of springy. So I think I'm going to go with the springy aspect of it. Not necessarily the Easter, but spring. So I'm going to get some of my stickers out that I didn't pull out first, and I'm just going to place some stickers on my little box. Actually, I think I'm going to put these on the side because I want to put something on the front of it. I'm just not sure what yet. And honestly, this could be as detailed or as simplistic as you want this. You could leave it exactly the way it is, or you could go through and be like, no, I want to completely change this. I want to paint this, or, you know, whatever. Excuse me, my voice is like shot. I don't know if it happens to you guys, but like if your allergies act up, does your voice change? Because mine does, like drastically. It's crazy. All right, so I just realized that I wasn't in frame for any of that. I'm sorry. So anyway, you just kind of stick your stuff wherever it is you want it. All right, so this is not going to work right there. That's not going to work right there either. It might work right there, but in order for me to put it right there, I'm going to have to use hot glue because there's glitter everywhere. So, you can also try to use like a really strong wet adhesive, not necessarily hot glue, but, and I'm just kind of burn myself again. This one's not so bad though. This is the low temperature one, so I wouldn't recommend it, but you could touch it and it's not going to like scorch your skin off like the high temperature. The high temperature, dude, that freaking hurts. Like that, I just put some glue on me with the low temperature one. And the only reason I use the low temperature one on this is because it's a smaller gun. Like this one's my high temperature one. I don't know how many times I have touched that thing right there. And that freaking hurts. I don't know how many times I've put glue down and I'm like, oh, touch it. And then fry my finger. Because I'm just a goofball like that. So now that we decided to put that on the front, or on the top instead of the front, I'm going to open this up. And watch me have, yeah, I could have opened it from the bottom. I'm a big dork. So basically you're just going to add some different elements. I don't know that I want to use any of these actually, because these don't really match. So I just open that just for shits and giggles, because you know, that's what I do. But I do like these flowers, and they match. So, you know, I'm going to dump those out, and I will probably use most, if not all of them. Oh, I could do that. I don't know if I want the green one, though. I like that one, no. How about that one? Do I like that one? Oh, I like that one. I like it. Alright, so... I like that one better. No. I like the blue one. Alright. It has been decided. Alright. So now I just need to decide if I want to put it down here or up here. Because up here it'll sit like that. But down here it'll be a little bit more covered. And the lid won't catch on it either. But just make sure that if you put something like this right here, make sure your lid is closed. So you know that your lid will close after, you know, you've put whatever it is you're putting there. There. Just don't glue your lid shut. That would be bad. Then you would have went through all that hard work for nothing. Like I just tried to do. Oh, that's warm. See, that's been sitting there for a minute and that's still really warm. Alright, so anyway, that is that. And now you have like a little miniature closure there too. Anyway, so that's it. I didn't do hardly anything to this box. All I did was I glued the back to it. And this is such a loud box anyway that I didn't really have to do a lot to it. But if you have like just, because I know Dollar Tree has the, like the craft boxes, at least mine does. And you can get circles, or I don't know that you would be able to do this with a circle, but I think you pretty much have to have a flat surface of some sort, so I don't think a circle would work. But anyway, they have like the little craft boxes that you can decorate and paint and whatnot. So this is the rectangle one. Now I'm going to go over this hexagon, octagon, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagon. Alright, so I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to take the little salt packet out. I'm going to cut one of the corners. It doesn't matter which one. I'm going to cut this one just because it's fugly looking. And then I'm going to cut this one here. And then I'm going to notch it. And I'm going to notch it on the back portion too. I'll notch it on the side. I'll notch it on the back portion too. And I'm going to fling it. Because you know that's what I do. I just make a mess. Alright, now you're going to take your little piece here. And you're going to put your lid back on. And you're going to test it out. This is going to open. My hands aren't that big. Alright, this is going to open. Alright, so we might have to pull it up just a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna have to cut more of the notch out. And this is why you test it out first, because had I just glued this straight down, my lid wouldn't open properly, and that would have been fun to try to get it open and fix it. All right, so I just cut a huge triangle out of the side of this, so that's what it looks like now. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing to this other side. And if you want to make it perfectly uniform, then just take your triangle piece here and do it like that, kind of like how people make tags. I've never been that particular, so I'm just like eyeball it until it looks right to me. And I mean, I think it looked all right. I mean, that's pretty freaking close. All right, so now we're gonna try it again, and it should open a lot easier now. Like, all right. Hey, there we go. I think it's 2. All right, let's see. What am I gonna do here? I want this to open, but I want to keep the integrity of the lid. So this is like a first for me. I haven't done this part yet, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna take this whole side right here completely off, but I'm gonna do something to where it's not going to show. Hey, she just ripped that lid apart. So this little piece right here is a separate piece altogether. So I'm just gonna like pull this off, and I want this flap to stay there, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold it under, or fold it over rather. So there, see how it's separate? It's 2 different pieces. So all I'm doing is I'm going to take this cardboard piece off, and I'm going to try to keep the integrity of this paper right here just a little bit. You don't need a whole lot. You just need enough to fold over. So cut that. All right, just like so. And then you're going to fold it just like this and like this. And I would use my tacky glue here too, but I don't have it. I've actually recently gotten into using the tacky glue a lot, because I've been making a lot of the envelopes. But I have my Fabri-Tac like sitting on the desk, so it definitely works. I really like Fabri-Tac, so it'll work just fine. And I really like Fabri-Tac because if you get it on the surface that's not where you want it, you just rub it away. Alright. Okay. Alright. So now it looks like it's supposed to be like that. Yay! Okay. So now, does this bad boy open? Yes, it does. Alright. So now we're going to glue this to one of these sides. Now we're just going to take our hot glue. Very liberally. We're going to put our lid on first. There we go. And then we're going to push down. Okay. And we're just going to open that back up. And we're going to squeeze. Squeeze. Alright, now, notice how I said that this was 2 different pieces. Because this is 2 different pieces, I'm going to put some glue right there, because I don't want this to come apart. The other one wasn't 2 different pieces, I don't think. It was just one. Now be careful when you're doing this, because you don't want to glue the lid shut. So if you were to sit it like this, it would glue shut. You don't want to do that. So you just kind of want to sit there like this, and then you can leave it like up against something. You guys can't see this, but you can see that it's pushed back. It's up against my little art dresser that I got on clearance at Michael's. I showed you guys. I think that was last year at some point. Anyway, so when that's done drying, just decorate it however you see fit, and voila. Actually, I could probably decorate it now. No, I really need to wait for that to dry. I'm such an impatient crafter. I'm just like, all right, there's the glue. Be dry now. but it doesn't work like that. So anyway, that's it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys can use this video to create your own altered gift boxes or storage boxes, keepsake boxes. There's a couple videos out there of how to make from scratch your own keepsake boxes, but this is kind of like an alternate way of doing it, and it is cheaper because the template that I have, it cost money to buy, and this way you can create your own keepsake box, and you're basically spending $1 if you just buy the box itself, and then just use your, you know, whatever you have in your stash to decorate it. So I don't know, it's an inexpensive alternative. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you like this video, and until next time, bye guys.